Well, hi there, Paul Boehnke here. I have been bringing you a series of interviews with various practitioners who can really help you live your best and fullest life. And as I've said before, taking care of ourselves and living that fullest life is not the easiest thing to do in this world of ours today. Consequently, it's really important to have a team of people to help us on that journey. Now, today, I want to introduce you to a friend and colleague of mine. Aaron Boike is the co-owner of Performance Running Gym, as well as 3Click Mobile Fitness. And Aaron has degrees and certifications in kinesiology and personal training. And he's also a certified running and ultra running coach. And by ultra running, he means ultra. I know Aaron as someone who runs 100-mile races in the mountains in less than 24 hours. Now, this kind of training and discipline that is required, that I find truly inspiring. I've also experienced the great benefit of working with one of Aaron's trainers at 3Click Mobile Fitness. And Aaron and I have also led workshops together. And so I know him, frankly, to be a very kind, open, fun, and super passionate about what he does. Plus, as a musician myself, I have to add that Aaron also loves playing guitar. Welcome, Aaron. It's so great to see you again.
So thanks for having me, Paul.
Absolutely. So I'm a little curious. Could you tell us a bit about how you got into this fitness industry and ultimately sort of how you developed your passion for running and for endurance athletics?
Yeah, so my story goes back to when I was a teenager. I actually grew up pretty overweight. I was in a family of people that were overweight, and that was kind of my norm. And I kind of accepted that that was just a part of my life until I was about 17 years old. And when I was 17, I decided to just start taking some steps in the right direction to see if I had any control over this situation I found myself in. And I started with a walk a day, literally one 30-minute walk a day. And I would do it every day after dinner, and it just became habitual. And I actually lost about 20 pounds just doing that. And mind you, I was quite overweight, so I had about 75 pounds to lose. So when you have that much to lose, you find that the first few pounds actually come off pretty quickly. But that got me motivated. It got me thinking, well, maybe I actually have more control over this than I thought. So at this point, I got a gym membership to the local YMCA and started lifting some weights. I had a friend of mine who kind of became my mentor and taught me a few different things around the gym. And I was able to start kind of getting into the routine and found myself after about another year having lost a full 75 pounds. And it was really amazing to me that I had this control over my body that I had never thought that I had previously. I thought this was something that was completely out of my hands. And I really found myself wanting to share that with others. So fast forward to graduating high school, I had always assumed, as Paul alluded to, I'm a musician. I actually went to an arts high school. I assumed my next step was going to be going to a music college. But I found myself so inspired by this process that I went through myself that I really wanted to share this with others. So I ended up going to school instead for fitness and graduated with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. And at the time was really into more powerlifting style workouts and found myself really enjoying that realm. After a few years, I met some clients that really inspired me to get into running. And that's ultimately what led me to where I am today, running these crazy ultras in the mountains.
Wow, that's really great, Aaron. Now, I know that 3Click Mobile Fitness is really a unique option for people here in the Twin Cities. And could you share with us just a little bit about the ways in which 3Click is unique and sort of the benefits that your clients receive because of that?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest differentiator is the convenience aspect. We come to you. So no matter where you want to meet with your trainer, whether it's in your home, at your business, at your apartment or condo, we come to you and we bring all the equipment that you need to get a great functional workout in. So that's really the big differentiator up front. But then there's a couple other things that make our actual training process unique as well. So the second thing that makes this unique is that we have the best trainers. And I know that's a really bold claim, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, I believe. But we have awesome certified and degreed fitness professionals that really have the personality and the passion to help people achieve their goals. And then the last thing is that we have a goal-focused approach to training. And I think this is a big thing that's missing with a lot of other businesses in the fitness industry right now is they have their approach, but their approach might not be the right approach for Paul. It might not be the right approach for Mary, Paul, so on and so forth. So we want to make sure that we're sitting down with the individual, discussing their goals on day one and starting to formulate a plan around how we're going to achieve their goals in the best way for their body. So it's a goals focused approach. It's uniquely tailored to the individual.
Oh yeah, that's really powerful. And I remember when I sat down with my trainer from 3Click, there was a very thorough conversation about what it is I was trying to achieve and how we might get there. And of course, as a coach, I help people achieve goals that they have as well. But, I understand that 3Click Fitness, I think you mentioned this, has sort of a proven process that ensures people are successful in reaching their fitness goals. And I am really curious to know about this process and how and why it works.
Yeah, that's a great question, Paul. So our process actually starts off with that initial session that you went through. So we have a free initial session that we start people off with. And the foundation of that session is actually discussing their goals. And we use the SMART goal process. So that means the goals are going to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So we set these goals up in a SMART fashion, and then we dive into why the goals are so important to them. And I think that oftentimes is where the real goal is. The real goal is not necessarily the number on the scale. The real goal is not necessarily the amount of weight somebody wants to lift. It's oftentimes an experience that they want to have or a feeling that they want to have. And that's the why behind the goal. That's what truly motivates people. So we actually spend a lot of time on that on day one. And then from there, we move into our actual workouts with the client. And those workouts on a session by session basis are focused specifically on the individual's goals and their unique situations. So that's going to include where their fitness history is, their exercise history, any limitations they have, any chronic diseases they're dealing with, any injuries they're dealing with, and we put together. And then we remeasure those goals that we set on day one on a monthly basis. So we're always checking back in to make sure that what we set on day one is happening in real time in our training process. So that's really what makes it unique and different is that constant check back on the goals and making sure that those goals are coming to life as we're training that individual.
Wow, that's really powerful, Aaron, because I know when I'm working with my own clients about goals, usually people, if you ask them what their goal is, they will list something. But what they really, really want is the feeling that they will get from achieving that. And what they said as their goal is actually more of a strategy to get to that feeling. It may actually work, but what they really want is that feeling. I think that is such a powerful approach that you take. That really helps to energize and supercharge people's motivation and inspiration to really follow through. So I think that's really great. Now, a little bit earlier, you said something about, having the best trainers in town, which is a rather bold claim. And my guess is there are probably a lot of people who say, yeah, well, we have the best trainers as well. But when you talk about that in terms of 3Click Fitness, what is it that you believe really sort of separates your trainers from the rest?
Yeah, so I think the foundation of making sure that you have a qualified trainer is a good place to start. And we always check those boxes. So we have nationally certified and degreed fitness professionals on our staff. But the second filter is the filter with our core values. That seems to really produce the best result for us. We find that is actually as important as their experience and credentials. So we look to find trainers that are passionate, not only passionate about what they do in fitness, but passionate about their own adventures in life. We have people on the team that are excelling in everything from semi-pro rugby to dance to ultra marathon racing. There's several runners on our team, and then also just people who are doing just crazy awesome adventures. These people are an inspirational and passionate group. And then we make sure that we find people that can truly motivate the individual, not only by walking the walk themselves, but by helping to communicate in a way that facilitates a positive experience. And we also have one of our core values that we always come back to is positive vibes. I think one of the things that haunts the training industry is there's a lot of people that they're kind of stuffy and too serious. And not that we don't take our job seriously. We're very professional. But we always put everybody through this filter of these core values, including positive vibes, to make sure that we have the right person that's going to be able to help somebody or any of our customers achieve the goals that they have and really have a great experience doing it. Because if you don't have a great experience working towards your goals, chances are you're not going to want to keep working with that individual. So that's why we have the best trainers, because not only are they nationally certified, accredited, and degreed fitness professionals, they also go through this core values filter of ours to make sure that they are the right person to help an individual reach their goals with us.
That's really great, Aaron. Thanks for sharing that. And I have to say that sort of positive vibe that you talked about can be really such an influential thing. I mean, I'll just be really honest. That's one of the reasons I love working with you, is because of that positive vibe. It's simply a pleasure to be around you, and anything we get to do together is always satisfying to me. So I think that's a really great aspect, and it really does make me think, yeah, you probably do have the best trainers because of all those filters that they go through. So now, your performance running gym, I know that this is really the only gym of its kind in the Midwest. Do you tell us a little bit about how it works with runners and endurance athletes?
So Performance Running Gym was actually a gym that was founded by my good friend, Mark Johnson, who we recently purchased the gym from back in May. And it was a natural transition for us to purchase the gym when he was looking to get out of it, because we absolutely love this community and we love the concept. In fact, when he first opened the gym, I joked with him that he stole my dream, because I had always dreamed of opening a gym specific for runners to help kind of share my love for strength training and how it ties into endurance performance. So either way, Performance Running Gym is the gym for runners and endurance athletes. And it's, like you said, the only one of its kind in the Midwest. And we specifically cater towards runners and endurance athletes with every piece of what we do here. So when members join our gym, they're going to get access to only the best premium treadmills and fitness equipment, and equipment that's specifically designed and selected so that it's perfect for endurance athletes to get their strength work and their cardiovascular work in. We also have a room that's completely dedicated to recovery here. As anybody who's listening and that's an endurance athlete knows, recovery is such a big piece of what we do. So we have a whole room that has premium tools, including a sauna and compression, sleeves, Normatec boots, they're called, foam rollers, lacrosse balls, all that type of thing to help runners recover. We also have on-site physical therapy with Dr. Michael Rodriguez, who is an elite runner in his own right and a phenomenal physical therapist that works specifically with endurance athletes. And then our training team. We have a great training team here on staff that has a ton of experience working with endurance athletes. Most of them are athletes themselves, and they know runners. They know how to work with runners to help them build up the best performance they can possibly get. So it's a fun place. Our slogan is run, train, and belong. And there's no doubt people do a lot more here than just run and train. They truly belong to this positive community that understands what they're doing and why they're doing it and shares the passion for the goals that they're working towards. And it's just such a fun, it's inspiring place. And I love being a part of it. I love coming to work here every day.
That's really just inspiring, frankly, just to hear you talk about it. So I know that those who are part of your community there get great benefit from a lot. So I also know that there's a lot of people out there who, like me, can really benefit from the work that you do. And so I'm wondering how they can learn more about 3Click Fitness and also about your performance running gym.
Yeah, so the best place to find out about us is going to be to jump online. People can go to 3clickfitness.com. So that's the digit 3, the word click, fitness.com. That main page on the website is actually going to have a ton of great information for you on what it's going to be like to work with one of our trainers, benefits, and then how to get started. And the way to get started is with a free initial session. You can book that right on the website. Super fast and easy to do that. For performance running, they can go to performancerungym.com and performancerungym.com. Very similar. When you get to that homepage, it's going to lay out all the features and benefits of the gym, as well as information about run coaching, training, physical therapy, etc. So you can do all that on that main page. You can use that page also to sign up for a free initial session if you want to work with a trainer specifically on running. You can also sign up for run coaching on that page. or you can get set up with your membership. So those are going to be the best ways for people to get started. Thanks for asking, Paul.
Absolutely. That sounds perfect. So I will include those links with this video so people can just click on them easily. And I really want to just encourage all of you who are listening to be sure to check those out. Check out 3Click Mobile Fitness and Performance Running Gym. I know that you will find great blogs and all sorts of useful information there. Aaron, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. It is always such a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it.